Hi, this is my That Board model. Now, this board was inspired by Midget's V-bottom he invented. Now, if you look at the outline, very similar to what was done in 67. This one's 8 foot by 23 by 3 1/8. I'll show you the foil, and as you can see, the rocker's nice, not too much rocker, but as it gets towards the tail, the thickness stays right in it to the tip. It's 2 inches thick just on the end of the tail here. Show you the bottom. There you go. Now, one of the features of this board, apart from the great big V, is the 12-inch deep fin. Now, a lot of these boards at the time had stiff 12-inch fins. They weren't these flexy bloody things. Some of them were, but most of them were full-on. Ones I've seen in friends' collections were just like this. Now, just hold it on the side so I can show you the V and the fin. So as you can see, the fin, massive 12-inch, no flex in it, only the tiniest little bit. The fin's like nearly 9 inches up. Normally the tip's a couple of 2.5 inches from the end of the board, but as you can see, that V, it's really got that big heavy V through the back part of the board. More of a roll here in the middle, or sorry, between the back and the front, and a bit of a roll that goes all the way through. This one's got the thinned out nose, and as you can see, which looks very nice there, but it's got the super pinched rails. Now, I was talking about the thickness before. This is, I'll just turn it over, sorry, here we go. This one's 2 inches thick right there. Okay, so the characteristic of this board was they had a lot of thickness in this part of the board here, and then the rails just pinched down to nothing. So that enabled it to go from edge to edge. Now, the other thing, this one has a bridge. You don't have to have it, just for a bit of safety, I suppose. He wants to not have it go on the rocks maybe, but up at the Sunshine Coast, Mick that owns this board. Now, it's a stringerless, even though it has the blue high density foam stringer down the middle, it is a stringerless, so it's got no wood down the center at all. Now, the other part of this board is it's got 2 layers of 7.5 top and bottom. So it's got no flex in it, very strong, which looks quite good. Now, you can get it as well with the box fin. You don't have to have the fixed fin. When I do the box fin, I do the small 10-inch box. It fits right up to the edge of the box, and I put black pigment in as well, so it looks like one of those old style boxes from the 60s as well. This one's 8 foot. That's probably the best size to do it in. I used to do them shorter and so forth, but this size seems to work the best. When I originally started doing this board, I had the outline a bit more toned down. As you can see, this one, it's got the full wide tip of the tail as well, and the nice round nose. The previous models I did were a bit more toned down, a bit pointier nose, not so wide in the tip of the tail, but I decided if I'm going to do it, I want to do it how they were. And so this one is the latest That Board.